Lewis University for tonight, men's NCAA Division II Great Lakes Valley Conference basketball matchup featuring the Prairie Stars of the University of Illinois Springfield and your Lewis University. The playing of our national anthem. Starting lineup, first for the Prairie Stars. At one guard, 063 junior, indicator Illinois #1, Kamasi Johnson. At a second guard, 062 freshman from Hampton, Illinois #11, Jake Robinson. At a third guard, 060 freshman junior from Athens, Illinois #30, Matt Wendling. At one forward, 066 junior from Milwaukee State, #21, Jesus Garcia. And at the other board, a 6'6" junior from Rochester, Illinois, #23, Alan Stallworth. The Prairie Stars are coached by Matt Brock, assisted by Pat Stokes. And Nick Young.
Between the Lewis University Flyers and the University of Illinois Springfield Prairie Stars. I'm Patrick Hennessy alongside Reed Poland.
Should be a great game tonight. Flyers coming in 2-3 against Illinois Springfield, boasting a little bit of a better record at 5-1, but regardless, should still be a good basketball matchup tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Lewis has Illinois Springfield outsized a little bit, but Illinois Springfield is really just lanky across the board, a lot of 6'5", 6'6" guys, whereas the Flyers are going with the more traditional big men down low strategy here. But it should be a good one too. Pretty experienced team, upperclassmen, and we're getting ready for the tip just now. Diavanzo will tip against Colin Stallworth of UIS. UIS wins the tip, brought up by Robinson of Illinois Springfield. Here's Stallworth now, surveys. Now Windling. Drive by Kamonta Johnson, he kicks it out. And it's a charge drawn by Dre Bell of the Flyers, going the other way. Pischke is going to bring it up for the Flyers as they get set for their first offensive possession. Now Diavanzo has it. Now Reinhardt on the right wing. McCombs, now Dre Bell in the corner to Pischke. Back to Bell, back to Reinhardt. Looking down low to McCombs, and he finds him. McCombs posts up, spins, shot is up. No good, and they're going to say that the ball was off of McCombs, so it will be UIS ball, still 0-0 with 19:25 here in the first half. Johnson will bring it up for the Prairie Stars. Now Stallworth. Johnson coming off the screen from Windling. Back to Windling. Now in the corner, that's Stallworth. He drives, but is stopped. Chase Robinson puts up a three, and it's good. The Prairie Stars strike first, up 3-0.
Really good ball movement by UIS there to move that ball around the arc to get that three-point opportunity open.
Yeah, definitely. Really playing on the perimeter, it looks like. Reinhardt has it now for the Flyers. Now McCombs, now Pischke. In the corner to Dre Bell. Dribbles right, gets it down low to Diavanzo. His 15-footer's up. No good, but McCombs gets the tip in, and McCombs, that's how he plays. He gets a lot of second chance opportunities, plays with a lot of energy for the Flyers. The Prairie Stars have it now on their own end. Stallworth, now Robinson. Gives it to Windling, hands it off to Johnson. Trying to get some room, but nothing doing, and now Robinson is called for a double dribble, so that's another turnover for the Prairie Stars. They have two already.
UIS already running into turnover trouble early in this game, not even 2 minutes in, and 2 turnovers already for the Prairie Dogs.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Diavanzo has it for the Flyers. Now Reinhardt. McCombs up top on the wing to Reinhardt. Trying to get it down low to Diavanzo, and he does. Diavanzo gets it back up to McCombs, back to the wing for Reinhardt. He drives left. Layup is up, but blocked by number 21, Jesus Castillo. Well defended at the rim there.
Castillo with a big block on the fast-moving Flyers player, trying to get down low, as the Flyers have been trying to do this whole game to start off.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like.
Leading scorer is Diavanzo, who is our center, so the Flyers really play by trying to get it down low and establish post position early. And as I was speaking, the Flyers put up a three, and it was no good, so UIS brings it up now. And that's another turnover, as Robinson was trying to find Stallworth in the corner, but he actually passed it down the baseline, and that's a pass to a turnover. 3 turnovers now for the Prairie Stars early. Pischke brings it up for the Flyers. Comes off the screen from McCombs, who gives it to Diavanzo up top. Now Dre Bell on the wing, coming off the screen from Diavanzo. Reinhardt has it on the right wing now. Drives and kicks it to Diavanzo. Pischke now as he drives, corner to Bell. Pass fake, but then he does pass to Reinhardt, whose three is up and no good. Rebound for the Prairie Stars as Robinson will bring it up. Now Stallworth to Castillo, and now Johnson has it. Johnson in the corner to Castillo. His three is up. No good. Excuse me, that was Stallworth who put up the three. And that's going to be a foul on number 22, Dre Bell of the Flyers, under the basket. So the Prairie Stars will take it out of bounds under their own basket. Looks like a little confusion on the shot clock. After a little delay, we are back in it, and they get it down low. Rebound, offensive rebound for Johnson as he takes it back out to reset. Now Robinson as he drives, and it's going to be a foul on Jake Reinhardt at the rim. As UIS will now get their first 2 free throws of the day. This will be Chase Robinson at the line, the freshman out of Madison, Illinois. His first free throw is up and no good off the front of the rim. Second shot is up and good for Chase Robinson. Now Reinhardt will bring it in for the Flyers. 16:55 remaining in this game. Flyers are down 2-4. Pischke drives with a nice layup on the left side of the rim. Prairie Stars have it now. Here's Castillo as he drives left. Tries to get it to the corner, but blocked from, the pass was deflected by McCombs, and Diavanzo brings it up for the Flyers. He's gonna take it through the lane, spins, and tries to put it up, but is fouled. And it almost looked like he was going to try to kick it to Dre Bell in the corner, but instead they're going to call a foul on the shot, so Diavanzo will be at the line for the first time for the Flyers.
Flyers showing again that aggression they want to have, getting their big down low underneath the basket, trying to get the ball to them and put up a layup to get those easy 2 points.
Yeah, definitely. You can tell every position they're looking down low to try to get it to either McCombs or Diavanzo as they try to establish post position early. And Diavanzo, he does have a little bit of a perimeter shot too, so he's kind of a double threat on offense. His second free throw is up and no good, so Johnson will bring it up for the Prairie Stars. He tries to take it all the way, and it looks like Pischke draws the charge now, and that's another turnover for UIS, and the second drawn charge for the Flyers.
UIS now with 4 turnovers, not even 4 minutes into this game. Less than a minute per each turnover, so not the start that UIS is looking for, giving up the ball way too much to start this game.
Definitely, and it seems to be a somewhat low-scoring game early as the Flyers lead just 5-4. Both teams playing pretty well on defense. Not a lot of easy looks for either team, and Pischke will bring it up for the Flyers now. Diavanzo, his 3 is up and no good. And it looks like McCombs tried to corral the offensive rebound, but I think they're going to say that it was off of him. He tried to argue that they tipped it out of his hands, but nothing doing there. As number 12, Alonzo Miena, is in now for the Prairie Stars, as he brings it up, as well as number 2, Andre Williams, as he has it now. Gets it to number 24, Kaj Days, who is also in for the Prairie Stars. Kaj Days, layup is up, but no good. Dre Bell brings it up for the Flyers. Flyers still have not made any substitutions. Prairie Stars with a couple. Bell drives down the lane, tries to find McCombs, but it's deflected, and now Williams brings it up for the Prairie Stars. Down low to number 30, Matt Windling, is his first shot of the game is up and good. Pischke now brings it down for the Flyers as they trail 5-6 with 15:30 remaining in the first half. Dre Bell now on the wing, screen from Diavanzo. McCombs up top. Fakes the handoff to Reinhardt, back to Diavanzo, back to Pischke in the corner. He drives left, finds McCombs down low, and he goes up big and down low. He almost gets the dunk there, but decided to go with the more conservative finish with the layup. UIS has it now. Castillo, now Windling. Back to Williams. Well defended from the Flyers. Down low to number 24, Kaj Days. He kicks it to Windling. His 3 from the wing is up and nothing but net. Right there for Matt Windling. His 3 is good. As the Prairie Stars now lead 9-7.
UIS definitely showing how they want to play more on that perimeter. Maybe a little bit of a wake-up call for the Flyers, who are kind of used to more playing a little bit down low. They got to adjust to that.
Yeah, for sure. Really fast-paced offense, and Pischke puts up a 15-footer, and it's no good, and the rebound is corralled by Kaj Days, who tries to get it up court to Windling, but it looks like that's going to be a steal from the Flyers. So another turnover for UIS, as that has been something they've struggled with early. Pischke on the wing, he pump fakes, drives, shifts in the lane, and a pretty-looking layup is up and good for the senior Adam Pischke.
Adam Pischke, great move to his left to get that layup in, put the Flyers back up on the board.
Definitely, and Williams is going to shoot a 3 for UIS from the wing. It's no good, corralled by Diavanzo. Diavanzo's going to bring it up the court himself now, screen from McCombs, now Pischke. Pischke drives left, dumps it off to McCombs, whose layup is up and good.
Brandon McCombs now with 6 points, who can work down low underneath the basket with his teammates. As long as they're able to get the ball to him, he's usually putting that ball in the basket to get those points for the Flyers.
Yes, definitely. And the Flyers playing a pretty experienced lineup net right now. As just as I speak, McCombs is going to foul number 24, Kaj Days, on his shot. Looks like UIS is going to have 2 free throws, but a timeout by head coach Scott Trost of the Flyers. He does not agree with the foul. He is having a little discussion with the referee at the moment. And you know what? Somewhat low-scoring game, just 11-9, almost 7 minutes into this first half. Both teams playing good defense, as UIS is definitely trying to challenge the Flyers down low as they try to establish it in the post.
UIS has really been kind of filling underneath the basket defensively, trying to get as many bodies down there as possible, kind of keep those passing lanes closed. But then on the other side of the court, UIS really working around that perimeter as well. And the Flyers, sometimes on defense, look like they're looking for answers. So they'll definitely kind of be trying to fill those holes around the perimeter, like take out those big shooting lanes for the Prairie Stars.
Yeah, definitely. And right now, turnovers are definitely plaguing the Prairie Stars right now, as they have upwards of 5 turnovers now just in the first half alone. So that's not a great sign, but they only trail by 2 points, which is something to look at if you're a Prairie Star fan right now. The fact that they're only down 2 with so many turnovers.
Yeah, something to look at if you're a Flyers fan as well. The Flyers, even with those turnovers, still only up by 2. Maybe you want the deficit to be a little bit larger.
Yeah,
UIS
sure.
maybe doesn't have a lot of those turnovers. They could have a lot more points up on the board.
Yes, definitely. And the Flyers, they're just not getting great open looks. When they get opportunities, they are converting, but the UIS is playing pretty strong defense right now. And it looks like number 1, RT Stapleton, is going to check in the game for the Flyers, as well as number 10, Jarrett Crutcher. So the Flyers now finally making a substitution. UIS made some substitutions fairly early, and it looks like they're going to stick with the lineup that they had coming into the timeout. And we are going to looks like we have 2 free throws right now for number 24, Kosh Days, the senior out of Racine, Wisconsin. His first free throw of the game is up and no good, off the back of the rim. And number 13, Austin Boucher, the sharpshooting freshman for the Flyers, is going to check in. Boucher, a very good perimeter shooter. Kajday's second free throw is up and good. And number 11, Chase Robinson, is going to check in to the game for Kajday's for the Prairie Stars. Williams is going to apply a little bit of pressure to the freshman, RT Stapleton, as he brings it up the court. Stapleton now gets it to Diavanzo. Off the screen from Crutcher as he kicks it to Stapleton. Now down low to Diavanzo. His left hook is up and it bounces around and no good, but a nice rebound. Offensive rebound from Stapleton. And he's going to be fouled on the putback, so freshman RT Stapleton out of Chicago, Illinois, will be at the line for the Flyers. First shot is up and good. Flyers now going with a little bit younger of a lineup, as they do have a couple freshmen out on the court right now. Number 12, Alonso Mieno, will bring it up for the Prairie Stars. He comes off the screen, kicks it to Castillos. He drives, kicks it to Robinson. His right-handed layup is up, no good. And McCombs tries to corral the rebound, and eventually Pischke ends up with it. A little out of control right now, as that's a turnover for Pischke. Mieno is going to bring it up and blocked by Diavanzo at the rim, as the Flyers corral the rebound, get it up quick to Stapleton on the right side. Oh, and it looks like he stepped on the baseline out of bounds. That is a turnover for the Flyers. We have not seen so many turnovers as the Flyers this game, but right there, just kind of a unfortunate mistake, as the Flyers do lead 13-10 with 12:30 remaining in the corner. And UIS's Jesus Castillo puts up a 3 and converts, so the score is now tied at 13. Stapleton now brings it up for the Flyers. Calling for an isolation on the left side as he gets a screen from Diavanzo. Drives right, kicks it to Crutcher. Now Pischke back to Crutcher, and a nice move down low for the score for freshman Jared Crutcher. Or excuse me, the redshirt freshman. Oh, and it looks like number 23, Colin Stallworth, had a good look at the rim, but just couldn't convert right there for UIS. Stapleton brings it Corner, Diavanzo kicks it to Boucher as he pump fakes, drives back to Diavanzo, and his three is up. And good as the Flyers convert on a three-pointer as they now lead 18-13. That's our big man center really showing a good shooting touch from the perimeter.
Diavanzo with some great plays recently, that three-point play. And let's go back to that chase down block that he had as well. That was big tonight. That score from UIS, big chase down block there.
Yeah, definitely. UIS unable to convert there on the turnover from Pischke, and then Diavanzo making up for it with that chase down block off the backboard. And looks like head coach Matt Brock of UIS is going to take a timeout as the Flyers lead 18-13 with 11:35 remaining in the first half.
Still a relatively low-scoring game, only 18-13 in favor of Lewis, as you said, but I think Flyers is kind of maybe mixing up the game plan a little bit with some of the different players that they're bringing that younger core like Austin Boucher that we talked about, being that perimeter shooter, maybe now trying to shift back to that perimeter shooting mode instead of trying to get the ball down low as much. And we've seen UIS try to get the ball down lower a little bit as well, kind of shifting away from their perimeter play that they started the game with. So a little bit of changes coming in for both teams, kind of swapping offensive roles almost, but it should be interesting to see how the second half of this first half pans out.
Yeah, for sure. And right now, both teams shooting comparatively. Right now, the Illinois Springfield is 4 of 11 from the field, while the Flyers are 7 of 15. So both teams a little under 50%. And then from the free throw line, the Flyers are 3 of 4, whereas UIS is 2 of 4. So low scoring game thus far, but both teams shooting somewhat respectively around the 45% range. Coming out of the timeout, Flyers will stick with the same lineup that they had coming in. UIS will have it out of bounds on their own sideline. Wendling will pass it in for the Prairie Stars. And he finds Johnson. He's gonna run a set here for the Prairie Stars. Stallworth, Castillo, Robinson, back to Johnson. Comes off the screen from Wendling, left side, spins in the lane, kicks it out to Robinson, pump fakes and drives. Is met by 2 Flyers, but still is able to break through, but misses the layup, rebounded by McCombs, and Stapleton will now bring it up for the Flyers. Finds Pischke. Now Boucher, his 3 is up, and good. You have to guard him. The freshman for the Flyers hitting a big 3 as the Flyers now take a commanding lead of 21-13. Largest lead of the game so far. Johnson has it, and he kicks it to Wendling as he pump fakes. Looks like he was fouled, but no call. Castillo now for Illinois Springfield. Wendling finds Johnson down low, but it is blocked by the Flyers. And so Pischke will now bring it up. He stops, comes off the screen from McCombs, drives right, nothing doing. Boucher now coming off the screen from Crutcher. Stapleton with a step back 3, no good. McCombs offensive rebound, but loses it. And so UIS will bring it up the court now. Johnson has it. He's gonna take it all the way, and he kicks it out to Robinson, whose 3 is up and no good. And he hit nothing on that shot, and Stapleton will bring it up for the Flyers. Serving now from the right wing as he drives, tries to find Boucher in the corner, but the pass is tipped from UIS's Matt Wendling. Number 4, Jake Reinhardt's going to check into the game for Adam Pischke for the Flyers. The Flyers will have it under their own basket now. Stapleton to pass it in. Corner to Pischke, off the screen from McCombs, or excuse me, that's Boucher. And his 15-footer is up and good. That's 5 points off the bench for freshman Austin Boucher. Stallworth has it now for Illinois Springfield. Now Robinson. Back to Stallworth. Now Wendling. Castillo pump fakes, and he traveled. He moved before he dribbled after the pump fake, and another turnover for University of Illinois Springfield. Stapleton will now bring it up for the Flyers. Both teams sticking with similar lineups throughout most of this first half. Now Reinhardt back to Stapleton in the corner to Boucher, and he puts up a 3 despite being guarded by 2 Prairie Stars. He hits another 3, and head coach Matt Brock is forced to call a timeout for the Prairie Stars as the Flyers have now doubled their score. They lead 26-13, and talk about great shooting from Flyer freshman Austin Boucher off the bench, 2 3-pointers and a nice looking 15-footer.
Austin Boucher putting up a quarter of the Flyers' total points in this first half, doing great, like you said, from beyond that three-point arc, and also showing that he can shoot from a little bit closer in as well. He's going to be the main guy to get the ball to now with the Flyers to be able to put up those big number three-pointers.
Yeah, definitely, and the Flyers were just playing, they had Diavanzo on the bench, and we're just playing with one big with McCombs, so getting a couple more perimeter shots up and making the most of it as pretty much head coach Matt Brock for UIS had to call a timeout to stop the bleeding for his Prairie Stars. And they're going to try to recoup coming out of this timeout. Number 12, Alonzo Miena will bring it up now for the Prairie Stars as they trail 26-13 with 9:15 remaining in the first half. Wendling has it now, drives, spins, kicks it out to Johnson, who gets it in the corner to Robinson. He stops, and his shot is up and good, and a much-needed basket right there for the Prairie Stars as number 11, Chase Robinson, converts. Stapleton will now bring it up for the Flyers. Hands it off to Reinhardt. Off the screen for McCombs. Tries to find Boucher, but can't. Now back to McCombs, back to Reinhardt. Reinhardt does find Boucher. Gets it down low to McCombs. Pump fakes. Shot is up and good, but it looks like he traveled. He tried to do a little pump fake and spin move, but it looks like he had already established and then spun once more and gets called on the travel. Miena will now bring it up for the Prairie Stars. On the left wing now. That's a foul from number 13, Austin Boucher for the Flyers. Just a little too ambitious there on defense, playing a little too close. And a nice move by the redshirt junior to draw the foul. Robinson will now pass it in for the Flyers. Miena has it coming off the screen. And he gets it down low to Colin Stallworth as his basket is up and good. Stapleton will bring it up for the Flyers. Hands it off to Boucher. Hands it off to Reinhardt. His 3 is up. And good. Another 3-pointer for the Flyers as number 4, Jake Reinhardt, converts on the 3.
Flyers once again looking for those perimeter shots to get that lead extended of theirs, and it's been working so far. Yeah,
and Miena tries to match the 3-pointer on UIS's side of the ball, and head coach Matt Brock not happy with that short possession as they aren't able to convert. McCombs has it now from the top. He kicks it to Crutcher. Now Reinhardt off the screen from Crutcher. Finds McCombs up top. Now Stapleton. He drives left. And a pretty looking left-handed layup from freshman RT Stapleton is up and good for the Flyers as they now have a commanding 31-17 lead with 7:35 remaining in the first half. Robinson has it now for the Prairie Stars, and they're saying a foul on the floor. That's on number 4, Jake Reinhardt of the Flyers. Robinson checking back into the game for the Prairie Stars, and Pischke back in the game for the Flyers, and it looks like we have another timeout on the court now, and the Flyers, right after we were done discussing how they were working it down low, once UIS was able to guard them down low, they were able to find some open looks on the perimeter, and I'll tell you what, not all the looks were even open. They hit some tough contested shots there, and that the use of the 3-pointers really just helped them outscore UIS majorly in the last 3 or 4 minutes here. Yeah, Flyers really shown that they can be adaptable with their lineup that they have. They started off the game with the 2 bigs on the floor, but then they went down to only 1, got a couple more of their shooters out there, really worked around the perimeter, trying to find those open shooting lanes, but also, as you said, shooting lane doesn't necessarily need to be open for them to take that shot. A lot of contested 3-pointers going in for the Flyers, which has really been helping them get this 31-17 lead. Yeah, the Flyers are now 4 of 7 from 3-point land, whereas Springfield is only 3 of 7. And the Flyers have been getting up a couple more shots, and that's just due to the turnovers from UIS, as the Flyers are 12 of 21, and the Prairie Stars are only 6 of 17. So definitely turnovers have been costly for the Illinois Springfield, but definitely the Flyers have been playing very well on offense in these last couple of minutes. So UIS coming out, they're going to have it under their own basket, and you have to say a much-needed a basket is much needed on this possession coming out of the timeout. Let's see what head coach Matt Brock has drawn up for the Prairie Stars. Andre Williams will pass it in. He gets it to Miena as his corner three is up, but no good once again, and McCombs corrals the rebound, trying to find Pischke, and he does. Pischke has it on the right side. He's double teamed though. Now Reinhardt on the left. Up top, McCombs. Now Boucher coming off the screen from McCombs. Kicks it to the far corner. To Reinhardt, back to Stapleton, back to Pischke. Wing, Reinhardt, his three is up. And good. And that's a three-pointer for Adam Pischke. And there was a foul under the basket. I'm not sure which player it was on. All right, that was a foul on number 10, Jared Crutcher of the Flyers, but the three-point basket is good, and the Illinois Springfield Prairie Stars are in the bonus as the Flyers have 7 fouls, so Alonzo Miena will have a 1-and-1 for the University of Illinois Springfield Prairie Stars. Diavanzo will be checking in for Jared Crutcher. Crutcher getting some good playing time here in the first half for the Flyers. Miena's first free throw's up, and he converts, so he will get one more. And the Prairie Stars, if they want to crawl back in this game, definitely have to convert from the line here in the bonus. Number 42, Cam Leonard, checking in for the Flyers, replacing Brandon McCombs. Leonard, another freshman for the Flyers. Miena's second free throw is up and good. And Miena knocked the ball out of Pischke's hand, but it's going to stay with the Flyers. Springfield now going into what looks like some sort of a half-court press. Pischke now off the screen from Diavanzo, and his three is up. And good, another three-pointer from the big man. As the Flyers now lead 37-19 with 6:39 remaining. And Miena brings it up for the Illinois Springfield Prairie Stars. And Wendling tries to hit a three, but hits nothing, but Springfield is able to come up with the rebound. 12 seconds on the shot clock here for Illinois Springfield as Robinson has it on the wings. Screen from Wendling. Robinson still looking, drives right, floater in the lane is up. And another turnover as Boucher is able to draw a charge. That is the third charge drawn for the Flyers in this first half alone, and head coach Matt Brock does not agree with the call.
I believe that brings it up to 8 turnovers for UIS as well. So too many times that the ball is being changing hands over to the Flyers. If you're from the viewpoint of UIS, there's too many turnovers. Really got to crack down on those, giving the Flyers so many opportunities that are really unearned, just handing them the ball.
Definitely. Now the Flyers will have a chance to extend their 18-point lead as Pischke has it on the wing. Kicks it to Leonard up top, hands it off to Boucher. His shot, oh! And he actually was trying to get it down low to Cam Leonard, but he thought he was shooting, so he was crashing to get the board. And that is a turnover for the Flyers as the Illinois Springfield lucks out a little bit, getting the ball back after their turnover. Miena now brings it up the court. Screen from Wendling. Miena, now Robinson. His three from the wing is up, no good once again for Illinois Springfield as they have not been able to find the bottom of the basket in these last 10 minutes. Pischke now stops, surveying, and that's going to be a foul down low as Miena got switched to Diavanzo and forced a foul on that one in order to contain him. A pretty big size difference there.
We've seen UIS try to match the three-point shooting by the Flyers, but none of their shots really hitting. A lot of air balls, catching nothing but air on the way to the basket, but the Flyers really being dominant beyond the three-point arc.
Yes, definitely. And as you mentioned, Boucher has it now, kicks it to the corner to Pischke, off the screen from Diavanzo. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pischke still has it. He drives down the lane, gets it to the corner to Boucher, who drives, And his shot from the lane is up and good. Another great looking fadeaway for Boucher for the Flyers. So he now has 10. Castillo has it now, gets it down low to Robinson for UIS. Outside, back to Castillo. His three from the wing is up, and again, no good. Another missed three-pointer for UIS. And now Winling puts up a three. His shot no good. Another offensive rebound. Miena has it now. Comes off the screen, has it on the wing. Now kicks it to Castillo, who puts up another three, and it's no good. And Illinois Springfield 0 for 3 from three-point land just in that one possession.
You can tell that Illinois Springfield is really grasping at straws, trying to get this deficit to be lessened, because we're sitting at a 20-point deficit now, 39-19 in favor of the Flyers, and UIS is trying anything they can, trying to throw up three-pointers, get some extra points on the board to cut this deficit.
Yeah, for sure. And now number 24, Kaj Days, had a 1-and-1 because there's a foul on the floor, but he misses the front half, and the Flyers will bring it up the court. UIS can't be missing free throws now as they try to crawl back into this game. Reinhardt has it in the corner to Boucher, guarded closely. Now Reinhardt. Up top, Cam Leonard has it. Now Pischke, back to Leonard, back to Pischke. Little two-man game for the Flyers. Pischke fade away from the baseline and can't connect on anything there as he airballs, and Robinson will bring it up for UIS. And it looked like he walked with it, but no call. But he threw the ball away to Boucher, who gets it up the court to Pischke. His layup is up, no good. Rebound corralled by number 11, Robinson, for UIS. He brings it down the court. Finds Windling down low. And it looks like that's another offensive foul on Illinois Springfield. Not a charge, but it looks like a little push in the back from number 11, Chase Robinson. And another costly turnover for UIS. Missed free throws, missed shots, and turnovers have been killing UIS right now, as it's no secret as to why the Flyers have a 20-point lead right now, as Illinois Springfield just can't get anything going on offense right now.
The Prairie Stars really just trying to do whatever they can, but a lot of things getting in their way. Like you said, the turnovers, the missed free throws, things that can't be happening when you're down by 20 and trying to crawl yourself back into this game. They really got to buckle down offensively, making sure their shots are going in and making sure they're not getting those turnovers, not getting into foul trouble as well. Just trying to do everything right that they can to cut this deficit.
Yeah, definitely. And on the other end, the Flyers on offense haven't been getting great looks, but they've just been converting on tough shots. As right now, freshman Austin Boucher is now 4 of 4 from the field and 2 of 2 from three-point land. So the Flyers getting it done, or a variety of players for the Flyers being able to score, is, along with a couple freshmen too, getting good minutes. Coming out of the timeout, the Flyers will have it. Four minutes remaining here in the first half, as the Flyers lead by 20, 39-19. Diavanzo and Pischke playing two-man game to get it across half court here, as there is a little bit of pressure. Pischke now, Diavanzo in the corner to Reinhardt. His three is up, no good. Rebounded by Castillo for UIS, as Miena will now bring it down the court. Hands it off to Windling. Johnson now. Miena drives right in the lane. Stops, kicks it out to Windling. Corner to Castillo. And another foul by freshman Austin Boucher for the Flyers. That is the Flyers' 9th foul, and so now number 21, Jesus Castillo, will have a 1-and-1 for the Prairie Stars. And he converts on the first. Castillo now, second shot is up. And he converts on the second. Two much-needed free throws for the Prairie Stars as they try to crawl back into this game. Reinhardt has it for the Flyers, and now a full-court press from UIS. Flyers able to break it as they get it up the court. Boucher down low to Leonard. He posts but loses it. And it looked like number 30, Matt Windling, was going to come up with the steal, but they call him on the foul there. Now number 42, Cam Leonard, will get his first look at the line as the Flyers are now also in the bonus. Leonard's first shot is up. And good, as he converts on the front end of that 1-and-1. He'll have one more. Leonard's second shot is up. And good. 2 swishes from the free throw line. You love to see that from your big men. Johnson now for UIS. Now Windling on the wing. Trying to find Johnson, nothing doing, and now Johnson has it again. Gets it to Days, whose layup is up and good. A nice drive, or a nice give and go with Johnson and Days right there. Flyers break the press as Pischke has it. Boucher in the corner, he drives, kicks it out to Reinhardt, back to Pischke. He tries to find Diavanzo in the corner, but that pass is stolen. That cross-court pass is stolen from Windling. Johnson brings it down the court for UIS as he stops and puts up a 3 from the top of the key and hits it. And head coach Matt Brock was not terribly happy with that shot selection, but he is able to convert on the 3 as they cut into this deficit a little bit, as they now trail 26-41 with 2:30 remaining in the first half for the Flyers. And head coach Scott Trost calls a timeout.
UIS hoping to find some answers here, finding a couple of them already, making that 3-pointer, getting some critical free throws made there to get some more points on the board, cut into this Flyer deficit. The Flyers are matching their offensive power even more. Flyers doing really great in the offensive area, passing that ball around, getting those open shooting lanes, getting into the guys that they know can make the critical shots that they need to extend their lead, and they've been doing a great job at that.
Yeah, definitely, and after a slow start to the game, you wouldn't have thought the Flyers would have put up 41 points with still 2:30 remaining in this first half, but they've really found it on offense in these last 10 minutes. Reinhardt now brings it up the court for the Flyers. Pischke now. And Illinois Springfield is now in a 2-3 zone, but the Flyers are still able to find Diavanzo down low, but his shot is up and no good. Miena now for UIS. Johnson. Now Castillo's 3 is up and good. UIS has now converted back-to-back 3-pointers as they're finally able to find the bottom of the basket on those long balls. 3-2 zone working so far for Illinois Springfield, as the Flyers are a bit confused right now, not sure who to go to. Pischke puts up a 3, nothing but net. That was a deep 3, a couple feet behind the line there, as the Flyers match the 3-pointer from UIS, and now Johnson brings it up for the Prairie Stars. He puts up a 3, no good. Ill-advised shot right there from Kimonte Johnson, but the Flyers, or UIS got the offensive rebound, but Leonard came up with the steal for the Flyers, so Pischke will bring it up. Now Reinhardt has it for the Flyers from the top. Pischke, corner to Diavanzo. He's double teamed, but he finds Pischke. Back to Reinhardt. Flyers passing it around the perimeter, and Diavanzo puts up a 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Cam Leonard, but he isn't able to convert on the putback. Miena now brings it down the court for Illinois Springfield, and he puts up a 3, and that's good. Another 3-pointer for Illinois Springfield, as they now only trail by 12, 32-44. Flyers really need to close out this half strong if they want to have that momentum coming into the second half. Flyers just working it around the perimeter, trying to break this 3-2 zone. Boucher pump fakes from the corner as he drives, and he's fouled on his layup. And that's really how you defeat the zone defense, is you have to drive the lanes, kick it out, find the open shooters. Boucher doing just that, as he'll have 2 shots from the line now.
Flyers going to be looking for ways to extend this lead, as this lead was once 20, UIS now cutting it down to 12.
Yeah, but just as he said that, Boucher isn't able to convert on his first free throw, but he'll have one more. And Brandon McCombs will check back into the game for Cam Leonard, and Leonard with some quality minutes there, a couple offensive rebounds and a steal to go along with it. Boucher's second shot is up, and no good. He is not able to convert from the line, which is surprising because he has shot very well this entire game. Miena now has it for UIS. 5-second differential between the shot and game clock here. Wentling, now Miena. Surveys down low, screen from Days. He finds him down low and he gets it up, and a nice touch from the rim there. Pischke brings it up, 5 seconds remaining in the game for the Flyers. 3, 1 second remaining. Pischke puts up a 3 and no good. He had a decent look but unable to convert. And at the end of the half, the Flyers lead 44-34. Patrick Hennessy here alongside Reed Poland, and we'll be back shortly into the second half. Hello and welcome back to this matchup. The Lewis Flyers as they take on the University of Illinois Springfield Prairie Stars. Patrick Hennessy alongside Reed Poland here, getting ready to start the second half. And right now, both teams trying to get it done from the perimeter, but the Flyers doing a little better job as they are 6 of 9, whereas the Prairie Stars are only 3 of 12. And the Prairie Stars are only shooting 6 of 22 on the night. So that is something they will look to improve on here in the second half, whereas the Flyers, it'll be interesting to see if they stick with the perimeter game or go back to trying to establish it down low like they did in the beginning.
Yeah, also another big problem for UIS has been the turnovers. They're sitting at 10 turnovers, Flyers only at 5. UIS doubling the amount of turnovers the Flyers have, just a lot of uncalled for ball changes, you know, getting it over to the Flyers' hands, giving away the ball a lot of times for free with UIS. So if they can cut down on those turnovers, maybe they can climb back in this game. But as you said, 10-point lead for the Flyers. At one point last half, it was up to 20. So Flyers definitely showing their offensive dominance in that first half, and we'll see if it continues in the second.
Yeah, for sure. And I will say UIS looked like they had a little bit more of the momentum coming into the second, but this is a whole new half, and we could be seeing a whole new ball game as Robinson will pass it in now for the Prairie Stars. He gets it in to Johnson. So he will stop and survey. Corner to Castillo. His three is up and no good. Dre Bell, the rebound for the Flyers as they are with their original starting 5. Pischke now. McCombs. Bell. Reinhardt on the wing to Pischke. Off the screen from McCombs. Drives left. Stops. To the wing to Dre Bell. He gets it down low to McCombs as he posts up. Back to the outside is Bell. McCombs stops, gets it back to Bell. It's a little two-man game, and his three is up, no good. Rebound, Johnson. Johnson will bring it up now for the Prairie Stars as they trail 34-44 here in the start of the first half. Johnson stops at the top of the free throw line, puts up a shot, and it's good.
Flyers going back to this original starting 5, maybe trying to get more of that down low game in, get their bigs down low.
Yeah, definitely.
McCombs.
Right now, Diavanzo is 2 of 2 from three-point land, but they're going to try to get him established down low like they usually do, as he is averaging 19.2 points per game for the Flyers.
Flyers played with that strategy for the first about 5 minutes of the first half, and they kind of switched to that more perimeter shooting, which we saw for about the rest of the first half. But it's interesting that they're going back to it now to start off the second, maybe try to shake things up a little bit, kind of throw a wrench in the system against UIS.
Yeah, for sure. You either live or die by the 3, and right now the Flyers are really living. But we'll see if they can keep up that tempo here in the second half as Pischke has it now. Stops at the free throw line. His shot is up, and he gets the friendly roll with the shooter's touch off the front of the rim as Pischke gets a score for the Flyers. Now Johnson has it for the Prairie Stars on the wing to Robinson. Up top to Days. Now Johnson, Miena drives left, stopped by McCombs. Now Robinson pump fakes, kicks it to Miena as he drives right. Outside to Castillo, his three's up, no good. And McCombs tried to crowd the rebound, but he was contested by Kaj Days, and it's going to be UIS ball now out of bounds. And one thing the Flyers did struggle with a bit in that first half was giving up offensive rebound to Illinois Springfield, and the referee having a little chat with Kaj Days, perhaps getting a little too physical there under the basket. Johnson surveys, finds Miena now. Miena gets it to Robinson. Calls for the screen from Days now. Robinson stops, puts up a 3, and it's good. UIS continuing that strong showing from 3 that we saw at the end of the first half, as it appears to be carrying here into the second, as they now only trail by 7, 39 to 46. Dre Bell has it now for the Flyers. McCombs sets a screen for Bell. He drives right, puts up his layup, and it's up and good. He didn't need to use the backboard on that one, as he has a nice touch around the rim as Dre Bell gets a score for the Flyers. Miena has it now for Illinois Springfield. Johnson, Robinson, Castillo, back to Robinson. Screen from Days as he rolls, and he kicks it to Miena, whose 3 is up, but no good. Bell will bring it up now for the Flyers. They're going to run a set here. Bell gets it to Diavanzo, now in the corner of Pischke, off the screen from Diavanzo, and his 3 is up, no good. Now Johnson will bring it down the court for Illinois Springfield. Corner to Miena, now Castillo, He drives left, but he's played a little too closely by Diavanzo, and he's going to be called for the blocking foul there. Prairie Stars now trail by 9, 39-48, 17:08 remaining in the second half of this contest. Leanna has it now for Illinois Springfield. Now Castillo, pump fakes, drives, kicks it to Johnson, who also drives. Floater from the lane is up, no good, and then looks like it is, no one corralled the rebound. And McCombs is going to be called for a flopping warning. That's something you don't see very often, but it is something that has been implemented into college basketball this year, is you can be called for flopping, and McCombs now gets a warning for it as he's perhaps trying to draw another charge, as the Flyers were doing so well in the first half. UIS has it now on their sideline. He gets it into Robinson. Tries to work off the screen from Days. He kicks it out to Castillo. Pump fakes, drives left, stops. Oh, and he's contested by Diavanzo at the rim, but he had a strong finish there as he's able to convert on the layup. This is a whole new ball game in the second half now, as UIS only trails by 7. Diavanzo now sets the screen for Pischke, who doesn't take it and drives left. Diavanzo now, he trips, but the ball goes into McCombs' hands. McCombs sets a screen for Reinhardt, kicks it out to Diavanzo, pump fake, stops, gets it to Reinhardt, kicks it to Bell in the corner. His three is up and good, nothing but net for Dre Bell. Flyers lead by 10 once again.
Three-pointer. Flyers look like they were slipping a little bit offensively, but able to pull it together on that push to get those 3 points.
Yeah, you're definitely right. Big shot by Dre Bell. And they are going to call Bell on the hold there. That's his third foul. He has to be careful now. UIS has it now. Johnson, screen from Days. Gets it to Castillo. Now Robinson. Robinson puts up a 3, no good. Rebound, Diavanzo. Diavanzo and Days fighting down low right now here in this first half. Dre Bell has it for the Flyers. Now McCombs, now Diavanzo. Gets it to Pischke, sets a screen for him. Now McCombs up top. Gets it to Reinhardt, drives, stops at the top. Can't find anything. Pischke drives left. Gets it to Bell. Drives left as well. Stops in the free throw line, puts up a shot, but it's blocked. That was blocked by the Prairie Stars, but McCombs somehow ended up with it down low with the open layup as he's able to convert.
One thing to note in the second half, I feel like the Flyers are using a lot more of their shot clock time that they were in the first half, really using as much time as they can to formulate that play in their offensive end. Yeah,
definitely. And with the 12-point lead right now, that is something they can do, as the clock is on their side and they want to run it down a little bit. McCombs has it now for the Flyers. Bell. Now Diavanzo, now Pischke. Screen from Diavanzo. And he tries to get it to Diavanzo, but it's dropped by Castillo, as him and Diavanzo, Castillo, Diavanzo, and Reinhardt all were on the floor fighting for that ball. And it looks like they're going to call a jump ball, which will be, or excuse me, I think they're going to call it out of bounds, and it will be UIS's ball. And it looks like we have a timeout here. Flyers lead 53-41 with 14:44 remaining in the second half. And right now, UIS definitely shooting much better from the perimeter, whereas the Flyers now are working it down low a little more often than they were in the first half. But with a 12-point lead, you mentioned this earlier, they are working more of the shot clock now.
Flyers also looked like before that timeout was called, they were bringing Austin Boucher and Jared Crutcher back in, trying to get more of that perimeter shooting from Boucher and that just kind of playmaking from Crutcher in general, getting those passing lanes open, finding his teammates to get those shooting lanes open for players like Boucher that can hit that three-point shot to hopefully extend this Flyer lead a little bit more.
Yeah, and UIS, the objective is obvious here, as they are 7 of 22 from three-point land. They have taken 37 total shots, so the majority of their shots coming from the perimeter. And the first half, that definitely was not working for them, but it is now here in the second, as they have been able to crawl back a little, as at one point they did lead by 20, and they only lead by 12 now. Flyers going with a couple new people as Boucher and Crutcher, 2 freshmen, check into the game for the Flyers. That is the lineup that was working for them for the majority of the first half. And number 2, Andre Williams, is also in for the Prairie Stars. Vienna has it at the top. Screen from number 23, Colin Stallworth, who's also in the game for the Prairie Stars, and that's another turnover as the Prairie Stars are called for the travel. Dre Bell will bring it up for the Flyers. Diavanzo has it now. Crutcher on the perimeter. Dre Bell on the corner now. Down low to Diavanzo. Post up. And the ball is stripped away from Castillo in a turnover as Robinson brings it down and throws it down hard for UIS. A little bit of a, or that should be a definitely energizing play right now for UIS as they get the steal and the slam. Dre Bell brings it down for the Flyers, and it's stripped again, and he tries to corral it, but throws it down on his own baseline, so that's another turnover for the Flyers. And 2 strips for Jesus Castillo right now on back-to-back possessions.
Momentum definitely seems to be shifting in the direction of UIS, getting a little bit more energized out there. Flyers looking almost a little bit lost defensively, how to cover this UIS offense that has come out of the locker room in the second half a lot more re-energized.
Yeah, for sure. Right now the Flyers will need to look to establish a little bit more of that momentum. And just as I spoke, Castillo puts up a 3 from the corner and hits nothing but net, as the Illinois Springfield has crawled to within 7 as they now trail 46-53 with 13:25 remaining in the first half. Boucher has it. He ends it off to Bell. Comes off the screen from Crutcher, drives right, kicks it to the corner to Diavanzo, and he matches the 3 tit for tat right now. Castillo hits a 3, and then Diavanzo comes back and hits a 3 for the Flyers as they extend their lead to 10 once again.
Anthony Diavanzo making sure that the Flyers respond strong offensively, trying to take away as much of that momentum as possible from UIS.
Yeah, and Diavanzo doing the majority of his scoring from the perimeter, which is surprising as he does usually work down low. Williams passes it to Castillo, who drives. He is double teamed by the Flyers, but he finds Robinson in the corner. Robinson drives left, puts up the layup, and is good as he's able to get around freshman Jared Crutcher. Bell will bring it up for the Flyers. Off the screen from Diavanzo as Bell has it stripped away again. And it looked like Bell had tripped up number 11, Chase Robinson, but no call there, and that will be out of bounds off of Illinois Springfield. My best guess is that they say that was a loose ball, so there's no foul.
UIS head coach Matt Brock not happy about that one, giving the officials an earful after that.
Yeah, definitely, and he is having a conversation, and the referee telling him he's got to calm down a little bit. Brock has to be careful here. Bell has it now for the Flyers. Comes off the screen from Crutcher. Can't get around his defender, though. Pischke puts up a 3 from the left wing, and it's up and no good. Another missed three-pointer for the Flyers. For the most part, though, they're shooting about 50% from three-point land, which is very good. Johnson brings it up for Illinois Springfield, hands it off to Castillo. Now Miena. Now Williams has it on the wing. Miena now puts up a 3, or excuse me, that was Castillo as he misses, and Dre Bell corrals the rebound. McCombs now back into the game for the Flyers. Boucher comes off the screen from Crutcher, who puts up a 15-footer, no good. Tries to follow his own miss, but can't corral it. UIS now brings it down. It's Johnson in the corner, Miena. And Johnson drives, misses, but gets his own miss and puts up the shot for good. And on that previous play, Boucher had come in to try to block the three-pointer from Miena, and he went flying, but he gets up and looks like he's okay. Bell now to McCombs. Crutcher. Pischke on the wing. Off the screen from Crutcher. Pischke goes all the way and scores with the left hand. Pretty looking layup there for Adam Pischke.
Pischke using that speed and smaller size to work his way into the lane and get that shot up.
And Robinson puts up a 3, no good. Bodies all over the floor here in the second half as both teams playing with high intensity right now. Flyers lead 58-50 with 10:45 remaining in the half, and UIS will stop, try to corral themselves a little bit. Johnson has it now, drives left. He tries to get around Boucher, and it looks like they're gonna call a foul. Yeah, they're gonna call a foul on Austin Boucher. That's his third foul, and head coach Scott Tross will call a timeout here. As we do have a game here in the second half, only an 8-point lead for the Flyers. Still 10 minutes, 30 seconds remaining, plenty of time for Illinois Springfield to come back as they do have more of the momentum here in this second half.
Yeah, you said lead cut down to 8 with the Flyers 58-50. But UIS having so much momentum coming through and a lot of energy on their offensive pushes, getting their players, in position, moving the ball quickly, and the Flyers having a little bit of struggles defensively, but still relying on that three-pointer offensively with some big shots by Diavanzo to keep them in this game, as you said earlier. Live or die by the three-pointer, and three-pointer has been what's keeping the Flyers in this game and keeping that lead of theirs.
Yeah, they have 9 on the night so far as they're shooting 50%, 9 of 18. And from the field, they're shooting fairly well, 22 of 43. And Austin Boucher is 4 of 5, or he is 2 of 3 for twos and 2 of 2 for three-pointers. So Boucher, a freshman coming in, he's played 17 minutes so far this game, so getting some good playing time. And Adam Pischke is also involved fairly heavily. He's 5 of 12, along with Brandon McCombs, who's 4 of 5. For Illinois Springfield, it's been Chase Robinson and Jesus Castillo, each putting up 9 shots. Robinson 5 of 9 and Castillo 4 of 9. But for the Prairie Stars, their offensive attack has been pretty balanced, as it has been all year. Is all of their starters averaging over 10 points per game. So they really try to work the ball on that end. And right now, it'll be interesting to see if head coach Scott Tross is going to try to involve Diavanzo a little bit more in this offense. He averages 19.2 for the season, but hasn't been quite as involved tonight so far. And UIS will have it now under their own basket. Williams will pass it in. He finds Miena in the corner. Comes off the screen from Windling. Windling back to Miena. Now Johnson. Now Williams. Drives left, kicks it to Johnson. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson drives left, kicks it to Castillo in the corner. His shot is up and no good. Rebound pulled down by Dre Bell. And Adam Pischke will bring it up now for the Flyers. Pischke drives, stops in the lane, puts up a shot, no good. And McCombs and Pischke both had a hand on that ball, but both just tipping it out of bounds. So it'll be Illinois Springfield ball as they trail 50-58. Chance to cut into this lead once again. Flyers unable to find a basket as easily as they were in the first half here in the second. Williams now. Now Johnson. Gets it to Windling. He stops, puts up a 3. No good. And looks like that's going to be a foul on Jared Crutcher for the Flyers. So Illinois Springfield will have yet again another offensive opportunity as the Flyers have been struggling to get defensive rebounds. Williams gets it into Johnson. Now Miena has it. Miena calling out for a play. Screen from Windling. Now Castillo hands it off to Johnson. He drives left, stops, kicks it out to Miena. His three-pointer from the top is up and good. A three-point basket for Illinois Springfield. That's Alonzo Miena hitting the shot.
Springfield now cutting the lead to 5, so the pressure is definitely on the Flyers now.
Yeah, for sure. Springfield right now has the momentum, and Reinhardt's going to have it for the Flyers now. Down low to McCombs. Reinhardt now stops, and he pump fakes and draws the foul from Miena. Mana left his feet there trying to get the block, and Reinhardt wisely just hung onto it and took the foul. And Diavanzo, the Flyers' leading scorer in the season, is going to check in for the freshman Jared Crutcher now. Crutcher also a freshman getting some good minutes, playing quality minutes as well for the Flyers. McCombs has it at the top now, sets a screen for Reinhardt. He comes off the screen, trying to find a shot but can't, gets it down low to McCombs. He posts up, right hook is up and good, but he was fouled. That's a foul on number 30, Matt Windling. McCombs will have 2 shots now from the line as the Flyers lead 58-53 with 8:52 remaining here in the second half.
Flyers have some critical free throws now, trying to extend their lead a little bit as UIS cut it to 5 now.
Yeah, definitely trying to get some insurance points, but McCombs is unable to convert on the first. He will have 1 more. Flyers have 4 fouls in the second half so far, whereas Illinois Springfield has 3. McCombs' second free throw is up, and he converts on the second. The Flyers now extend their lead to just 6 as they lead 59-53. Johnson has it now for Illinois Springfield. Off the screen from Days. And another offensive foul. That's on number 21, Jesus Castillo. Illinois Springfield still struggling with the turnovers in the second half. And that's also 2 offensive fouls in the second half as well. Pischke will bring it up the court for the Flyers. Hands it off to Bell, now Diavanzo, Reinhardt, McCombs, Pischke. Flyers playing with all 5 starters right now. Dre Bell has it on the wing. Trying to find a shot, but nothing to it. McCombs now to the corner to Pischke, sets a screen for him. And that's gonna be an offensive foul. It looks like McCombs was most likely moving on that screen. Yes, the referee says he stuck out his leg there, tripping up Illinois Springfield's defender, and that's an offensive foul for the Flyers as they give it back to the Prairie Stars, and Miena will bring it up for Illinois Springfield. Here's Castillo, hands it off to Johnson. Now Miena tries to get it to the corner to Johnson, but that pass is deflected by number 4, Jake Reinhardt of the Flyers. Looks like head coach Matt Brock is going to call a timeout for Illinois Springfield now, trying to come up with an offense now as the Flyers have been able to figure them out a little bit more these last couple minutes, but still momentum still with Illinois Springfield as they have cut the lead to 6 with 7:54 remaining in the second half as they trail 53-59.
Definitely an important timeout if you're the Flyers. You have to think back to that first half when they had that 20-point lead now only 6. So Flyers definitely going to be working out their offensive and defensive game plans, making sure that everyone's on the same page, everyone's looking at that main goal, holding that lead, extending that lead, trying to get their shooters in the places where they can really succeed, and making sure that they lock down these Prairie Stars on defense as well to make sure that this lead doesn't get any closer.
Yeah, no, right now both teams are struggling from the free throw line. Is the Prairie Stars are 6 of 9 and the Flyers are 6 of 10, so under 70%. That's not what you want to see from a team standpoint, and it'll be interesting to see how that comes into effect in this second half. Is presumably at some point one of these teams will start trying to foul down the stretch, and then it'll probably come down to a free throw shooting competition, and right now both teams not looking too impressive in that category.
Flyers going to be looking to try to get as many insurance points as they can in these next couple minutes before we get down to those final couple with all the fouls. Hopefully get some more of their shooters in the beyond the arc in the 3-point range.
Lewis right now has 5 fouls, whereas Illinois Springfield has 4. So both teams looking okay in that category, and Illinois Springfield will pass in from their baseline. And they barely get it into Kimonta Johnson. Johnson has it now for Illinois Springfield, 7 on the shot clock. Johnson drives, puts up a left-hander, no good. Rebound corralled by Diavanzo, and Bell will bring it up for the Flyers. Dre Bell, a 6'4" guard, junior for the Flyers. He's gotten good minutes this contest, and Diavanzo puts up a 3, but it's no good, and that rebound is corralled by Andre Williams of UIS. Miena now to Castillo on the wing. Surveying. Now Days hands it off to Miena, sets a screen for him, rolls. But Miena has it stripped from Reinhardt, and right now everyone on the floor trying to get that ball, and Pischke ends up with it. It's a blocking foul on number 12, Alonso Miena. And Adam Pischke will have 2 shots for the Flyers as he's a bit shaken up, as he did fall to the floor after that foul.
Pischke using his speed to draw that foul after that little bit of a scramble that occurred in UIS's end. But regardless, he'll have a couple shots at the line.
Yeah, but those are the balls, those 50-50 balls are the ones you want to end up with down the stretch if you want to stretch out this lead. And Pischke converts on the first as the Flyers now lead 60-53. Pischke's second shot is up and good. Williams will bring it up for the Prairie Stars. Now Johnson hands it off to Robinson. He tried to find Williams, but Williams had cut it, but luckily Castillo ends up with it. Williams has it now. Over to Castillo on the wing. 8 on the shot clock as Robinson has it. Trying to find some space, and he does, and he puts up a shot, no good. Diavanzo with the board. Pischke brings it down for the Flyers as they slow the tempo down a bit. Pischke now to Diavanzo. Gets it to Reinhardt and sets a screen. Reinhardt down low to McCombs. McCombs trying to find space, but that shot is blocked by Days as UIS brings it up the court now in a hurry. Robinson stops for 3, puts it up, but no good, and the rebound again crowded by Diavanzo. And head coach Matt Brock not happy with that shot selection. Pischke has it for the Flyers. Screen from McCombs. Pischke drives left, kicks it to the corner to Reinhardt. Now Dre Bell. He drives left, stops, puts up a shot. Well contested from Days, but Bell is able to fight through the contest and score on the layup. And that's a head coach for Matt Brock for Illinois Springfield, or that's a timeout from Matt Brock of Illinois Springfield as the Flyers extend their lead to 10 once more as they lead 63-53 with 6:45 remaining in the second half.
Flyers definitely going to be a little bit more confident in this timeout than the last one. A little bit of a larger lead, 10-point lead, 5:45 to go in this game. Definitely kind of seeing what this game plan will be for the next couple minutes before UIS begins to inevitably foul, get into the free throw time of the game.
Yeah, for sure, and I'd like to see the Flyers here try to eat a little bit of clock as time is definitely on their side, and UIS is still trying to live by that 3-point shot as they're not getting a lot of shots down low. It's the big men, McCombs and Diavanzo, of the Flyers doing a nice job contesting Illinois Springfield's big men down low. And so they've really just been living on the 3-point line, and they started out strong in the second half, but now have fallen off a bit as they've missed a couple of their last 2 or 3 looks.
Yeah, UIS trying to really thrive off that 3-pointer shot, but it really hasn't been working for them kind of towards this second half of the second half. In the first half, towards the later part of the first half, it was working now. Started off a little shaky to start the second half, and still really hasn't found its way now further into the second half as well. So UIS definitely looking for answers offensively to try to chisel this lead down.
Yeah, definitely, and it'll be interesting to see who the Flyers decide to go through down the stretches. It's been a pretty, the points have been spread across the floor for the Flyers as every member of this Flyers team getting a little bit of piece of the cake on offense. Miena has it now for Illinois Springfield. Scream from Wendling as he has it in the corner, back to Miena. Finds Johnson, now Wendling, hands it off to Miena. He drives, and that's going to be a foul on McCombs, and I think that's his 4th. Or excuse me, that is only McComb's second, so he will stay in the game. The Prairie Stars will have it out of bounds, and the Flyers now with 6 fouls, so one more, and Illinois Springfield will be in the bonus. Miena, now Johnson, now Robinson. Can't find Windling down low. Johnson has it, now Miena. 5 seconds on the clock as Johnson puts up a 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound pulled down by Pischke. He's gonna bring it up for the Flyers. He drives right, stops, kicks it to Diavanzo, hands it back off to Pischke, who puts up a 3. It's up and good. A nice open look from Adam Pischke, and he's able to convert. The Flyers stretch their lead to 13 as they lead 66-53 with 4:49 remaining in the second half. Miena almost loses it, but he's able to find Robinson, who puts up a 3, but it's no good. McCombs comes up with it for the Flyers now, and Pischke will bring it up as the Flyers are definitely slowing the tempo down in this contest. McCombs has it. Oh, and he tries to find Reinhardt, but it looks like Reinhardt may have slipped there as the ball sails out of bounds, and that's going to be a turnover for the Flyers. Miena brings it up for UIS. He gives it to Johnson. Johnson gets it to Windling. He drives. Gets it down low to Robinson, who was cutting, and that's a made basket for Johnson for the Prairie Stars.
Really good ball movement by UIS there, making that sure they move the ball to the perimeter and back into the shooting lane, getting it down low for those easy 2 points to cut this deficit to 11.
Yeah, and that last basket was actually by Chase Robinson. Dre Bell has it now. He finds Diavanzo wide open down low, but takes too much time and actually has it stripped by Robinson. And then on the other end, Johnson is fouled as they're trying to score in transition. And that's Dre Bell's 4th foul. It looks like he is going to, it'll be interesting to see if Bell stays in this contest. And Coach Trost will call a timeout. Yeah, right now the Flyers have an 11-point lead as they lead 66-55, and a much up-tempo, higher-paced game than what we saw in the first. In the first half, both teams were getting set on offense and running those motion offenses, but now both teams kind of living on the fast break as they're both playing with a lot of aggression and high intensity, which is leading to turnovers for each team. And they're all, everyone's getting on the floor. This has been a much rougher, more gritty second half for both teams.
Yeah, I think it has to do mostly with time running out now, 3:47 to go. UIS realizing that time is no longer on their side. They don't have a lot of time left to get those points up on the board, and Lewis just trying to run the clock down, get towards the end of this game while maintaining this lead at 11. Hopefully they'll be able to lock it down defensively to stop the fast pushes by the Prairie Stars.
Yeah, and this would be a big win for the Flyers as they're still kind of trying to find their identity here this season, as they're 2 or 3 looking to come out of this game 500 with a 3-3 record. And Springfield has been fairly decent so far this season as they're 5-1, so the Flyers are trying to hand them their 2nd loss on the season.
Flyers definitely had a little bit of a rougher start to the season, losing their first 3, but rebounding with 2 big wins against Ferris State and Findlay. So definitely looking for another win tonight against Illinois Springfield. Will put them on a 3-game win streak to contrast that 3-game losing streak to start the season. So definitely kind of the turnaround that you're looking for the Flyers.
Yeah, definitely, and this would be their first home win as well, so they're trying to defend home court here in this contest. And Johnson's first free throw's up, but no good. And if you're the Prairie Stars, you can't have that. You can't have missed free throws down the stretch. Johnson's second free throw is up, and it's good. And they cut it to 10 as they now trail 55-66. Flyers leading. And they get a turnover, though, on the inbounds. And Miena has it now. He stops, spins, gets it outside to Castillo, who puts up a 3. Excuse me, that was Windling who put up the 3, and he converts. So Illinois Springfield gets to steal in the 3 points. Diavanzo now gets it up to Bell. He'll stop, and they'll run a set. Pischke has it now for the Flyers. 3:18 to go as the Flyers lead 66-59. Bell has it. Pischke, Bell, and Illinois Springfield has switched back to that 3-2 zone. Pischke puts up a deep three, and he converts with a hand in his face. A nice-looking shot from Adam Pischke.
Really big three by Adam Pischke to extend the Flyers lead back to 10 and respond to that UIS three-pointer as well.
Yeah, and just as you were speaking, Johnson drove attempting a layup, but couldn't convert, and the Flyers have the rebound, so a chance to get some insurance points here with 2:45 remaining in the second half of this contest. Pischke stops, he gets it to Bell. Off the screen from Diavanzo, now Pischke. Back to Bell, playing a little two-man game, and he gets it to the corner to Diavanzo. Back to Bell, back to Pischke, puts up another three. No good, rebound Miena. He's gonna push the tempo, gets it up to Johnson. Now to Windling, he pump fakes and drives, but has it knocked out of his hand by Adam Pischke, so the Illinois Springfield will have it out of bounds under their own basket, trailing by 10.
So on that last offensive effort by the Flyers, taking that shot clock down all the way to 5 seconds, using as much time as possible, kill as much time left on the clock now with 2:19 to go.
And Johnson tried to get into Robinson, but it was tipped by the Flyers, so they will now have it on the sideline. Illinois Springfield gets it into Johnson, almost stolen by Bell, but he couldn't quite come up with it. Castillo puts up a three, no good. Rebound, Pischke. Oh, Pischke pulled down the rebound, lost it, stepped out of bounds, and then came back and grabbed the ball. So they are going to say that's Illinois Springfield's ball because you cannot touch the ball. You cannot be the next person to touch the ball after being out of bounds. Actually, no, they're going to give it to the Flyers. It looks like they're going to say that it was out of bounds off of Illinois Springfield. I'm not sure what happened there. Reinhardt has it now for the Flyers. Now Bell. Bell coming off the screen from McCombs. Diavanzo back to Bell. Bell off the screen from Diavanzo. He drives right, layups up, and it looks like it may have been deflected by number 1, Kemonte Johnson. And now Miena will bring it up for Illinois Springfield as he drives. Puts up his layup, no good. Rebound pulled down by Diavanzo. Minute 36 remaining as the Flyers lead by 10. Chance to put it away here for the Flyers. Pischke has it. Defended closely by Robinson. And he is going to be fouled. That is 6 team fouls on Illinois Springfield. So one more and the Flyers will be in the bonus. And number 1, RT Stapleton is going to check in for the Flyers, along with number 10, Jared Crutcher. Flyers have it out of bounds now with 1:20 remaining in the first half as they lead 69-59. Stapleton is fouled by Miena. UIS playing now, they're playing in either get the ball or foul them mode here, and Stapleton will have a 1-and-1 at the line. And if you are the Prairie Stars freshman, RT Stapleton is probably who you want on the line to see if he has the ice in his veins as being a young player to be able to convert on these clutch free throws.
Stapleton only shooting .286 from the line this season, 2 for 7. So definitely
that's
the
not
guy you
great.
want to send to the line if you're UIS, trying to not only keep the Flyers off the board, but extend this minute 18 to as long as you can. Get your team set and try to get something going offensively in this last minute 15.
Yeah, for sure. And right now, interesting that head coach Scott Tross does have the 2 freshmen in for the Flyers, but we'll see what kind of game plan he's drawing up. Perhaps going with a little offense-defense. Stapleton's first free throw's up, and he converts on the much-needed free throw to give the Flyers an 11-point lead. Stapleton now with the second free throw, it's up. And good, Stapleton. Very clutch free throws from the freshman right there.
Stapleton 2 big makes there.
Johnson has it for Illinois Springfield, and it looks like he's fouled by Crutcher. That's not a foul you want now, as Illinois Springfield will go to the line for a 1-and-1. Johnson's first free throw is up and good. Flyers lead 71-60 with 1:11 remaining in the second half of this ball game. Flyers trying to get their first home win of the season. Johnson's second free throw's up and good, and Reinhardt's going to come into the game for Diavanzo. He'll come into the game for Crutcher. Bell gets it into Pischke, back to Bell, and it looks like he's poked in the eye. No call though. And Pischke's able to find Stapleton now for the Flyers. And Scott Tross sensed the mayhem and called a timeout now. And Boucher is going to be back into the game for the Flyers. Head coach Scott Tross now trying to get free throw shooters into the game as he can sense that Illinois Springfield will most likely trying to be fouling them. They're not fouling now though, they're just trying to play hard defense. Pischke puts up a 15-footer, no good. Rebound brought in by Castillo, 40 seconds left, and they trail by 10, and Robinson stops, pulls up for three, no good. Stapleton and Johnson fighting for the rebound, and they're gonna call a jump ball, which gives it back to the Flyers, and you gotta say, that's probably going to be the ball game with 35 seconds left and the Flyers leading by 10.
Flyers really buckled down defensively in these last couple minutes, making sure that UIS are denied all opportunities that they've had really, and still that lead has been holding at 10 for what seems like forever.
Yeah, and a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock is the Flyers now not looking for a shot, just passing the ball around, trying to run out the clock, and Illinois Springfield will not be fouling here. And it looks like the Flyers are just going to run out the clock and take the shot clock violation with 4.2 seconds remaining. The Prairie Stars will have one more possession now as they trail by 10 with 4.2 seconds remaining. Flyers now 4.2 seconds away from their first home victory. Williams brings it up, and he puts up a three for Illinois Springfield, and it's good as the shot clock runs out. Final score, your Lewis University Flyers 71, and the University of Illinois Springfield Prairie Stars 64. A very good and high-scoring matchup between the Flyers and the Prairie Stars. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Patrick Hennessy alongside Reed Pullen.
With 50 ball.